Well, hello, General Hospital daily recap fans, General Hospital fans. I tell you, I think it was a good General Hospital again today. I'm going to get the boring stuff out of the way. Dante and Sam, boring. He's talking about he wants them to all move in together, with the three kids. And Sam is like, she doesn't really know. I mean, because look, Lulu's in a coma. I don't think he's legally divorced her yet. And she could wake up in a minute. I would take it slow. They're doing just fine, but we shall see where that's going to go. Mac is trying to get Dante to think about his future, think about, possibly becoming the chief of detectives, because remember, Mac and Jordan are splitting duties because she's chief of police, he's chief of detectives, I guess, because, her kidney situation, she didn't want to come back to complete full-fledged duty. So that was kind of the little oh, Sasha's going to counseling. She's trying to convince Brando not to hang around. She's fine, I'm fine. And her smile, you could tell she's not fine. Michael and Willow come to the doctor, and just as I said Willow would do, she asked TJ not to mention anything to Michael until she knows what she's dealing with. Willow always does that. Always. And then when she does learn what she's going through, she's still not going to tell Michael right away. She's not going to do it. I don't know why Willow does that. It kills me. But I knew she was going to do that, and that's exactly what she's going to do. The other sleazy photographer shows up at the hospital, all in their face, trying to get Willow riled up and, trying to get Sasha all shaken up. But Willow kind of champions the defense. She gets security, and he leaves. But of course, he goes into his beat up friend's room because that guy didn't tell Dante who beat him up. Yeah, he knew better. He definitely knew better, but he hasn't learned. He and his friend are now going to try to go after Sasha to prove she was high when she was driving and hit Willow's mother. Oh my goodness. So, because truth be told, did she take a pill? No, I don't think she did. I think she was going to. And I don't know. I know she dropped her pill box outside and he got a picture of that. But did she take a pill? If anybody knows, if you can remember, get comments, because we got some great General Hospital detectives. Let's get some comments in here. Does anybody remember that night? Had Sasha taken a pill? And if she did take a pill, when did she take it? Part of me thinks it's no. Part of me thinks it's no, but I don't know. She was a hot mess even back then. So it actually could have definitely been yes. So we've got Esme. Esme finally shows up at the court, and she and Ava kind of having some snarky words. And oh, Esme was all in her face, telling her, Ava said, I'm not even going to give you a time of day. Ava turned to walk away, and Esme said, don't you walk away from me. I looked, I thought, whoa, hey girl, those are some fighting words, right? And so Ava turns around, what did you say? And Esme says, I can destroy your life. And as soon as she's saying that, guess who comes running in? Guess who comes running in? Said, don't say anything else, Esme. And Esme looks at him and she goes, talk to your wife. I'm like, oh, this is gonna end, talk to your wife. So Nicholas takes Ava into the back room and they're talking. Okay, but let's see, was Ava in the court? No, she didn't. She never made it into Trina's trial because she was talking to Nicholas. Okay, so Nicholas comes clean with Ava. But I guess, can we call it coming clean? Can we call it that, everybody? Because this grown, older man had the nerve to blame it all on Esme. She engineered the whole thing. She schemed it out. She, that woman, you were right about her. Oh my goodness, he was a slap in the face with his apology. A slap in the face. I thought we were over. That was the only thing that was true, is Ava pretty much made it like they were over. But to say he was weak and Esme moved in and took her chance and she did this, but yet you kept this little wretched young woman into your house all that time after, kept her there, did things for her. Oh no, 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 no. Slap in the face. And Ava was hurt. I mean, truly hurt when he first told her. And I felt really, really bad for her. And as he went on, still just not taking responsibility for himself. Ava, now the hurt started turning into anger. And I was like, that's right, Ava. Get him good too. And she let him know she was going to burn him to the ground. And Ava was like, how could you? She was young enough to be your daughter. She was your son's girlfriend. And as Ava said that, I thought, ooh, Ava, that should put a sour taste in your mouth, because I'm sorry, Morgan was Kiki's boyfriend. You did that very same thing to your own daughter. Yes, you did, Ava. Slept with your daughter's boyfriend. And then had the nerve to decide you had fallen in love with him. Wow. That was Ava. So sometimes, what goes around comes around. So, yikes. You forget the things that you do, right? She did not have a problem dating Morgan, having Morgan living with her. Didn't have a problem with it. Ava held her head high with that. Please. Oh my goodness. Matter of fact, they didn't know if she was pregnant by Morgan or Sonny, by the father or the son. But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I just took me back down memory lane with that. But I felt bad for Ava, because Esme has always been making innuendos, always been saying things, and Nicholas has always kind of had her back, always. So anyway, now let's get to the court, the trial. Okay, Esme walks in the courtroom and Spencer corners her. Says, okay, time's up, time's up. What are you gonna do? You're gonna either clear Trina or you're not gonna know who your mother is. And Esme looks at him and says, turns out I'm not as alone as you think. I'm turning down your offer. No deal. Turns and walks away, and that's poor little Spencer's face like, wait a minute. You mean my plan didn't work? Doggone it, that great plan of mine did not work. I knew his plan wasn't going to work. Not in a million years, but he sure thought it was going to work. And the poor look on his little face when it didn't work, I was like, oh, poor Spencer. And then Esme got up on the stand. Now, the funny thing is, she answered all the questions. She did no favor, but the assistant DA didn't really asked for she didn't ask as much as I thought she could have asked of Esme. And I think partly because she knew Spencer had left this little hole from Esme as to her whereabouts. There was a period of time where her whereabouts were unknown. So she asked the basics. She just wanted to talk about how Trina was upset at Jocelyn and Cam, and that's what she really wanted to establish. So Esme gets down, she leaves, and no, she doesn't leave. Whoa. It's Diane's turn to cross-examine. Diane did a great job showing, for one, they were Spencer's friends that didn't like Esme. And they said, listen, who planned the trip? And Esme said, I did. Whose idea was it to do the drinking game? It was mine. I'm surprised. See, they should have said Esme even picked out the room that Cam and Jocelyn were going to sleep in, because she did. She told them which room to sleep in, but that didn't come out. But Diane said, it's interesting. How did they make you feel? And then Esme's like, no matter how hard I tried, they never accepted me. They never. And so she kind of said her own little feelings towards them. And Diane was like, but yet you wanted to plan a getaway with them. You didn't like the relationship that Spencer had with his friends, nor did you like the relationship that he had with Trina Robinson. And that's when the ADA objected. And Diane's like, no further questions, So Esme did not do a lot of damage. Okay, she really didn't. As a matter of fact, the ADA didn't even need Esme's testimony whatsoever, because it really made here nor there. So poor Spencer's realizing things aren't going too well. The judge took a recess, and Diane said, look, Trina, I need to put you on the stand. People need to hear from you. They need to hear your character, okay? And so her father said, it'll be rough on you, honey. And Trina finally said, no, Miss Miller's right. I do need to let them know me, because I am innocent. And so Jocelyn said, yeah, and let them know everything, right? Everything. So Trina kind of looked at Jocelyn like, yeah, okay. But then Spencer realizes, wait a minute, I have to do what's right. Okay, so he follows, that's my dog trying to hack up phlegm from her little throat. Anyway, Spencer follows Diane out to the corridor, and he has to talk to her. He goes, I know I have to talk to you. This could change everything, or it might, so he apparently tells Diane, because we don't get to hear that. And when Diane comes back in, she goes, okay, I need you to understand this. You getting up there testifying, it's not a slam dunk that's going to win this trial for Trina, but it also can have some consequences for you. And Spencer said, I understand. He knows he could go back to, and this time it would not be Spring Ridge, although Victor would. Yeah, come on. It was his dead mother's, the anniversary of his mother's death. Oh my goodness. Victor would smooth that out. So if he had to do some time, another 30 days, it'd be back in Spring Ridge. But Spencer's not going to see any more detainment time. So Spencer kind of looked at Trina, and she looked at him because she could hear him. No, Diane said, change your plan. And Diane says, the judge says, call your first witness, Miss Miller. And she said, Spencer Cassadine. And Spencer looks at Trina, and she looks at him. She knew what he was going to do at that point, right? So I can't wait for tomorrow. Let's see if in fact Spencer has to actually go ahead and say everything, because doggone it, why doesn't Jordan remember she is Trina's alibi as much as Spencer is Trina's alibi? She almost ran into Spencer. Spencer had to run and hide while Trina talked to Jordan at the cemetery. Jordan is Trina's alibi, and why that never came up again in life, I don't know. When I get to wonderful comment corners, we have a comment on that as well. But anyway, and then the last scene of the show today, I can't wait for tomorrow because it's going to be a cat fight. And let's see what Ava does, because in reality, Esme cannot stand a chance against Ava Jerome. She just can't. So let's see. I'm surprised Ava don't have her gun in her purse, because you know she used to walk around with the gun in her purse. But Esme's running around. She's packing. She got that envelope that Spencer had with the fake DNA evidence. She puts that in her suitcase too. She's packing up, and Ava comes bursting in the door, calling her a whore. And oh, Esme turns and looks. She's startled, and that's where they left it. I'm like, here it goes, and boy, is it going to be good. So for the first time in a long time, we're going to have a cliffhanger Friday on General Hospital. Who else liked this episode today as much as I did? I want to see some comments. But look, we got comment corners, comments. Let me get to them. Devlin says she believes that Sonny and Carly will get back together again. They always do. Sonny and Carly are like Nikki and Victor on The Young and the Restless. Those two are always going to be back together again. And truth be told, Sonny and Carly, Lila and Edward Quartermain, they were always those stints apart. They really was, even though they were the staple of the Quartermain family. You know, and then in the end, at some point, Edward just lived in the house with, you know, the same house that Lila lived in, because he was such a little scoundrel. But Sonny and Carly will definitely be back together again. She also says she thinks that Selena Wu and Sonny would make a great couple. No, Sonny can't handle a strong woman. He cannot. And Selena is too powerful and too strong. Sonny could not be married to a woman that can order a hit on him. She'd order a hit on her husband so fast, it's not even funny. And then she's saying that Nina's so crazy jealous over Carly, which yes, she is. And she really hopes Esme gets what's coming to her. Oh, it's coming, and it's already catching up. Because Nicholas is talking about he's not going down without a fight, talking about his marriage. What should Nicholas do? Everybody, who's thinking like I'm thinking? If I were Nicholas, I would hit Esme where it hurts. What did Esme want most? What was she blackmailing him to do? Get her internship restored at Spring Ridge. You want to know what the next phone call would be from me? I'd be having that revoked so fast her head would spin. Nicholas has the power to get that. I would snatch all that off the table, period. And then she couldn't get back in there, and she couldn't see Ryan. But see, Nicholas isn't going to think about that. No, he's not going to think about that. I think about that. And let's see. So yes, the truth is out about them sleeping together. So that's part of the comment as well. And Devlin believes that Ryan is not Esme's father. I don't think so either. A lot of us are beginning to say, how could Ryan be Esme's father? I don't think so, but who knows? Now we've got couple comments from Mary, that Ryan's whole world is dark. He's evil. He's a stone cold liar. Yes, he is. Now Ryan, she goes, now look, Ryan doesn't know Esme's mother. He looked for her, but he could not find her. He doesn't even know what her name is. So Mary's question is, how does Ryan know Esme is his daughter? I'd like to know that too, Mary. I would like to know that too. And then she's talking about, come on, what about DNA? I mean, really, is Esme his daughter? I just don't know. How did he know she even existed if her mother walked away from him? So that is very, very interesting, Mary. Thank you for the comment. And Mary, you're right. You were 100% right. Mary said, because I said that the prosecuting attorney was the district attorney. No, Robert Scorpio is the district attorney. This is assistant ADA, what's her name? ADA Arden. ADA Arden is her name. So she's the assistant district attorney. And Mary says that Nicholas is still married. She's married to Hayden. Well, I think the technicality is if someone is legally declared dead, then all marriages are dissolved as well. Nicholas was legally declared dead for 3 years. So his marriage to Hayden was null and void. Nakisha says she hates that Cody is trying to date Britt. He feels he's stalking her, which he is, paying everybody that may be. And I'm surprised he hasn't paid one of the nurses at the hospital to say when she's on duty. He's forcing Spinelli to hook him up with her. He's paying people at the Metro Court to call him when she shows up. Something's up with Cody. Soon as he found out that she was Cesar Faison's daughter, that's when his interest in Britt picked up. So I still don't know why he's so fascinated with her. Now, Sandy says that she hopes Britt tells Jordan about the Spencer and the pill, that he found that Britt identified for him. And she says that Rory is so nice for Trina. And it was cute to see Taggart and Rory sitting together. That was cute, father and son. They were trying to be all starch, but they were both there for her. And then she says it's about time that Spencer woke up towards Esme. Well, it's been a minute that he's been on to her. But he better tell Ava, oh, he's talking about Nicholas, better tell Ava what he did before Esme does. Well, he does, and he sure does today. And Sandy feels that Ryan is lying about Esme's mother. Yes. And everybody's thinking, I don't think he's her dad. We're getting a big consensus of GH fans not thinking Ryan is her dad. Now, this chemo beauty says she can already see the triangle happening between Trina, Corey, and Spencer. And she's rooting for, Rory. I said Corey. Rory. She's rooting for Rory. So am I. But Spencer did help Trina during the trial, with really that little thing he let slip out about Esme leaving the room too. But it's a little too late, except for Spencer is going to come through tomorrow. So he is stepping up at the 9th hour. And then she feels that Ryan is lying about Esme's mother as well. He's such a great liar. When he was walking around the streets, remember when he had Kevin incarcerated, he was pretending to be him, killed Kiki, straight face, cutting off people's heads, sending them to the floating rib, straight face, attacked Lulu. Ryan will lie like there's no tomorrow. I think he put the L in liar, right? And then she feels that Cody is intimidated by Britt, and he feels he's not good enough for her. Well, I don't think he's good enough for her. He is not good enough for Britt. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I just don't like him. But those were some phenomenal comments. Thank you so much, everybody. Please comment on today's episode. It was so good. And tomorrow is going to be phenomenal as well. So I can't wait. I will be back tomorrow for Cliffhanger Friday for our General Hospital daily recaps. And I will see all you wonderful GH friends. I'll see your comments online.